About 3 minutes.
We are only 3 minutes late, guys. Now, come on. We said 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. It is 5:33. We're women, damn it. We are
Right.
entitled to be late, aren't we, Maka?
Exactly. Yes, we are.
Did you just hear Tim in the background?
I
Bullshit. Bullshit. Let me be real though. When me and Tim are going out the door, he makes us late every damn time. Swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God it's you.
I swear to God, it's you.
Oh,
you have me dad going to do 20,000 things.
You're a lie. Where's my wallet? Oh, I can't find my keys, Lori. Where's this? Where's
You
that?
have me do this, do that, do this, do that, do this.
Oh, he's
While
a
you're sitting there on
lie.
the phone talking on somebody.
He's a lie.
Bullshit.
See, he lies. That's why he won't say. Yeah, see. You men. You're the reason all of us women are late.
Right. Yeah, they always try to blame it on us, but they're always the ones to do it.
I can prove it. You know what he does? He'll be working like mowing the grass at the last minute. We're getting on our way to go pick up the baby. He's going to finish up mowing the grass. I'm like, Tim, you got 20 minutes. Well, I got to take a bath still. A shower. No, Lori, it's 5 minutes. My ass. It's 5 minutes. Let the water get nice and hot for you. Get your clothes off, clean up, get into the shower, wash your body, get out, get dressed, make sure you look good. Yeah, bullshit. And then find you are the reason we're always late. All right. You want to say the hellos? Can you read the chat?
Yeah, I got it pulled up here. Hello, Savannah, Blue Eyes, True Texan, Damn Yankee, Brookie, KJ, Mud Digger. How's everyone? Pyro. How's everyone doing today? It's good to see everybody in.
I am KJ closing in on it, aren't I? And I appreciate everybody who has been. Hey, Sheena, welcome. Hey, Janie, Justice. They're starting to pop in on us.
Yeah.
We're so glad to see all of you guys today.
Yes.
I think we have, well, it's not it's interesting, and it's more for each person's individual growth, I think, today's topic. Don't you, Maka?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. I appreciate that, KJ. He works so weird hours, so he goes live when he gets home. And I'll see it and I'll pop in. He's like, oh, I'm getting ready to end, Lori. And it's like, well, you know what? I'm still here to hit that like I tried to do Brookie's today. I was working, so I couldn't get into hers. And then I rewatched the replay and I'm like, what the it are we watching?
Yeah. I was sitting and listening. Oh, I wasn't able to talk much today, so I had my earbuds in and was walking around doing stuff and was listening.
Hey, Victoria.
Entertaining.
Hey, Victoria. And I am Pyro. Hey, nephew. Pyro jumped up on Brookie's panel the other day.
Huh?
And I invited him. I says, Pyro, my sister's panel, it's about there's people that jump up and we do like questions and answers, and everybody, it's just a good time. And I don't know if he's already watched my shows before, so he got scared and he's like, nope. But he's like, no, I appreciate that. And then sent me laughing emojis. And then he says, maybe next time. So Pyro, he's been watching our shows and he knows, he's like, let Sin go up there, but I'm not getting up there. Not yet. You sent Tim a few things on IG, Savannah? All right, I'll let him know. Tim, you hear that?
What?
Savannah sent you a few things on IG.
Hey, Sin. Hey, Janie. Purple.
Savannah, ask Sin. He'll tell you because, well, as our nephew. And Tim, you have to come through me in order to get Tim to even when he tells people, send your request in through IG and I'll get to. He doesn't ever remember to read the damn IG. So my phone will be beep, 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 beep. Can you have Tim read his IG? I sent Tim a song. I sent Tim a meme. I sent Tim a GIF. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I can't. I have to run out. And then Tim gets mad at me for interrupting his stream. I'm like, well, read your own damn IGs then, mofo. Oh, damn Yankee was fascinated by the uh I don't even know what to call it. Okay, well, I guess I just did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Purple. So, yes. Yeah, look what Tim says, Sin says. No, he never reads IG, even from family.
Oh,
So, he
I
half the
had
time
to.
don't even answer phone calls. That's what's sad.
Oh,
He's like, I ain't got time for this, and look, guys, I can promise you, please don't cry when Tim doesn't answer your phone calls. It's either one, is he's really busy, or two, he doesn't like you, so don't call. Those of you he likes, just keep trying. I promise. I promise. True Texan, you know for a fact. He tried. Tim's like, I know, Lori, I'm going to get back with him. I don't know how long it took. I really don't, because I had to keep on his butt over and over again. Tim, True Texan, True Texan. I know, Lori, I did what he asked, but blah, blah. And I said, what did you tell him? Oh, I don't know. And then he started a new word going around. Every time I turn around, well, I'm into that hucklebucking. It's like,
oh,
oh my gosh. He took your wrench, Brookie.
uh-oh.
Now, don't forget now, everybody. He took everybody's wrench because of comments and people's stuff. We had a rogue mod.
Oh,
And he's slowly trying to give them back. If you haven't been there in a while and you don't have your wrench, trust me, sometimes you got to take your imaginary wrench, knock him on the head, but he's trying to give them back, but sometimes he forgets, like, oh wait, these people, haven't been here in a while. I forgot to give theirs back. So if you don't have your wrench, that's why. Well, hey, Shangy, it's been a while. How you doing?
hey, Shandy. Hey,
Damn
Skull.
Yankees, it's 1-800 got a big dick. That's his number. He wants to put it in the bathroom stalls.
Oh, I didn't see that. I was looking at my phone.
And like Sin said, don't worry, he don't look at the chat either. He usually doesn't.
Yeah.
He says, let me know what you want, and he'll ask you to take a poll. Put a 1 in the chat, and then he never even goes back and counts the ones to know which was. That could be true too,
Say that
Purple.
we're forgetful. Hey,
Hey,
Kay.
Kay. Now, he does have a great show tonight. He has an interview at Dog Pound Reactions after us at 8:34 with Austin Foreman.
Oh, nice.
Let me
He's
get
getting some
Kay.
good interviews.
Yeah, I got to get Kay taken care of. Give me a second. Trying to pull things up on the phone. We're still letting you. Oh, don't want the volume up.
So I got 3 screens up here, and it's like trying to check all of them, so my head's like on a swivel.
And I know for people look at moderators differently, I guess. Hey, Sheena, to me, remember when all the fake accounts and stuff were going around? I had multiple Loris, there were multiple Tims. We all
Yep.
kind of know who was doing it because they're kind of out of the picture a little bit, and there's not a lot of the fake accounts of all of our names or our kids or
Right.
phone numbers. But I mean, they're still around using fake accounts. It's the cold, frigid ones when you start saying anything about gay stuff with Tim.
Oh, yeah.
It's only one that is fascinated with, what Tim does with his penis like that. So, anyways, with that being said, I do the wrenches so that after I've gotten to know you and we make sure that, you like being over here, you're not trolling anybody or harassing the chats. It's a way for us to know who you are. So when you come in, if somebody does have a fake account of you, I know right away. Tim knows right away. It's not so we can block and hit strangers over the heads with it and people who have different opinions. It's so
Right.
that we know who is friend and family versus foe.
Right.
Well, I hate you too. You just wait till what your next topic is, buddy, next Saturday. I circled it. And you gave me the idea. So thank yourself, Menace, because you're going to be hating your life next Saturday.
Stan, did you, I see your comment there. Did you change your drawers after last night?
Mm.
While you're at it, washing your balls, you may need to go change your drawers too.
You know that tainty is kind of ranky, stanky. The tainty is stanky after all those farts last night. Hey, Muggs, how you doing?
Hey,
Let
Mug.
me.
Hey, Yankees.
I want to take care of Muggs because
Hey, Menace.
where the hell did you go, Muggs? There. No, chat goes by so fast.
Uh-huh.
If anybody hasn't heard Muggs Money's music, he's by himself, for himself, him and his brother, and he's above the drama, and all he does is he does his own thing, walks his own path, and great music. And he drops them like nothing.
Yeah.
So skip the tampon and go straight to the pads. Okay. Definitely going to add a little bit more to what your topic is. So Kay likes the tainty is stanky. Minna's got a tainty stanky too. A stanky taint. Wait till you find out why next Saturday, folks. Not this Saturday. I'm with the blessing from God, little one this weekend. So,
Yay.
all right. So tonight's topic. Would you like to inform them what we're going to be talking about?
My mind just went blank. We are going to be talking about forgiveness today and how it can affect you to give for, well, now I'm tongue tied, to give forgiveness. Oh my God. Or and then to not to, the difference that it could cause.
Yep.
I got too tongue tied on that one.
Hey, that's all right. It happens. I do too. We all look at Sin had a slip of the mouth last night too. I mean, and T Dameron was on that, like his surround rap. So, but it also is. Oh yeah, that's right. We're not doing our show next week, and he's at the Redneck Rave. But there will be video being done because Tim will be there. He'll do live a little bit and stuff like that. I forgive you for messing up on my food. Every time he thinks it's safe to eat. Well, we follow the chat. You can't blame me, Yankees. But it's not all to expand on what Macha was saying. It's forgiveness isn't always for the other person. It's for yourself. And if you have to lead by your own example for your own self, not for others, because I know for me, what I do, I'm not trying to be a role model for anybody else or to have people say, oh, well, this is how she wants us to. No, I can only handle my own stuff. And since I'm not perfect, you have to, and it's not about forgiving others either. It's also about forgiving yourself. So we're going to touch on all of that today before we let you guys distract us and take us down a road that we don't need to be on when we have our first 30-minute topic.
It's hard sometimes.
It is hard because they like to pull us in the wrong direction. It's like, this is not over 8. And yes, it is over 18. These are just our opinions, our feelings, and our thoughts.
Yes.
And on that note, somebody, and I do hate to have to admit it, but when I'm wrong, I am wrong, and I don't care if it's an enemy who pointed out that I was wrong or a friend.
Right.
But last night, it was pointed out that I came across a little bit hypocritical. And, even talking to Macha about it, it did. Because I was sitting there saying how I have forgiven quite a few people and I have moved on. It's in the past. Let it be. We don't have to like each other, but it's over. Apologies were made. And once an apology is made, you don't have to forget what they did to you. Thanks, Muggs. But when you forgive, if you're going to give that person another shot, whether it's just casually or you move on and you never talk again.
Right.
They can be doing the exact same thing. And I was talking about how I did it and the people that I did it with are doing it. And then I kind of threw some shade at another woman who is trying to do that because I let my personal feelings get in the way of maybe them letting bygones be bygones so that they can release the hate or the anger and the pain in their soul. So if we move on and we forgive and not forget, then even our enemies or people that don't like each other, they have that right too. And we have to remember that I can't throw shade at somebody else trying to do what I'm doing, because then I am a hypocrite in that sense. So I got called out on it. And at first I was like, so much for the, the props. And then it's like, wait a minute. I had to look inside myself and be like, damn, that ain't throwing shade. That was fact.
Mm-hmm.
They look to be doing it too. And how can I judge somebody else's, what am I looking for? Not actions, but how do I can judge somebody else's inner feelings, I guess, or what they're doing and their motives. I don't have the right to judge any of your guys' motive for what you're doing or who you're doing it with, whether if I like them or not. So with that, Bird, I got to give you props. You pointed it out. And yeah, I was being a little hypocrite, just a little bit on that remark. So yeah, I'm going to give you your props. So, and say, yeah. So I have to be woman enough to apologize that if I misjudged you, or even if I didn't misjudge you, it's not my right to put in an opinion when I really don't know the real. So yes, Menace, even when you're wrong, if you're wrong, it doesn't matter if it's an enemy, somebody you don't like, or somebody you love. You have to follow your own moral compass. And for me, I have to do always what's right. And if I'm wrong, I have to take responsibility to no matter who it is.
Right.
So, of course, the real Donald Trump always got my vote.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, and Savannah, it don't matter if it's somebody else who that is a fake person, or like I said, a hated person, or it's for you. You have to decide how you want to live. And unfortunately, sometimes an enemy can speak the truth on you once in a while.
Yeah.
The clock is always a stop clock, always got the right time twice a day.
I mean, it sucks sometimes, but I mean, that's part of it. That's part of being an adult or a person. I mean, it really don't even have to be a person.
Yep. So, she gave me my props, and no, we're not friends. But I would tell you, when somebody was playing her and has been playing her, and he made some comments, and I have the proof that it was the same day, the night before he jumped on her panel, he's been playing her, talking mad crap. And, she didn't kick me. She at least listened to what I had to say. She might not believe it's real, but I have a video coming out that will clear up any doubt. And, even she has to admit, I don't put out doctored or fake receipts. And if I say something, I might not be able to get the receipt at that moment because I'm on the live, but because you never know what somebody's going to say that you can be like, all right, here's my receipt, but I will bring it.
Right.
Or somebody will bring it for me, or help me out. And there's a lot of good people, and we all hold each other. Let's be another reason. Receipts aren't about blackmailing people, but they do keep us all honest.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to get on somebody's panel and you're going to lie about these people, then, and that they're lying, and I would never have, okay, let's put it this way. I don't care. There's several people that everybody knows who I don't like.
Right.
I would never have somebody come up on my panel, though, and just knowingly for a year or two straight feed me a bunch of lies that already have been debunked.
Right.
And all the threats or the lies have already been shown. There is nothing to it. To me, I couldn't, even if it was somebody I didn't like, I'm not going to have them up there making a fool out of me and my people in my chat who might believe the lies being told. But once again, that's me.
Right.
Enemy or friend, I'm not going to have anybody sit up on my panel for a year telling
Right.
a bunch of horse shit on that person, knowing they've already been proved wrong, because it does make an ass out of you. They are hurting you. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
say, oh, they've never done nothing to me. They're making a fool of you because everybody has already seen they're lying. And if you still entertain it, whether it's for a view or a sub, there's no standards there. And we all have to have
Right.
our own standards and
Hmm.
respect ourselves. So,
Right.
there's trolling for fun. There's even a little bit of jabs here and there. Those are all fun. And I love watching it. Hey,
Yeah.
Montauk, how you doing?
Hey, Montauk.
Now, there's another thing too. Our little stalker was
Hmm.
running around. Oh, I thought Lori's out of the troll game. I sure believe her. Well, defending yourself against lies and a known liar is not a troll. That's not drama. It's
Right.
standing up for yourself. You ain't
Hmm.
going to let somebody come up and slap you in the face and just be like, I said I'm not going to be into violence.
Right.
No, you're going to take your fist and you're going to bury that person under the ground for even daring to come in your space.
Right.
So when we stand up for ourselves, or any of you stand up for yourselves, that's not drama.
No,
That's standing up for
not at all.
yourself and doing the right thing to show
Uh-huh.
everybody else before they go after them. I'd rather take on our stalkers that we have so that none of you guys have to do it.
Right.
So it's that simple. To me, that's not drama.
No.
But hey, Guns, how you doing? I appreciate that.
Hey, Guns. Hey, Dan. Is it Dan Hooney?
Houdini.
Hooney? Houdini.
Yep.
Dan
You can
Houdini.
call
I
him
cannot
Dan, you can
talk
call him
today.
Houdini, or you can make sure you just don't call him late for dinner. And somebody else snuck in on us. Drew,
Oh, hey, Drew.
did you
I
catch
think somebody
Montauk,
else.
Maka?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I got Montauk. There was somebody, Justice. Was it
I caught
Justice?
her when she first came
Did
in.
you?
Yep.
Okay.
Justice came in. Yep. She came in right behind Purple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
So, but yes, as bad as it might hurt, hey, Ice and Fire, um,
Hey, Ice.
I did get called out
Mm.
because I didn't even see it for myself. And so, yep, I did. I was being a little hypocritical at that moment. And, you know, I can't judge anybody's ulterior motives unless, I mean, even with experience, you never
Right.
know. They could be a fake 9 out of 10 times. So that one time they're being genuine, that's why,
Hmm.
Now, the real true pieces of shit, I'm going to judge and I'm going to get on and I'm going to talk my shit on them. But I
Right.
never make up stuff on them, and I don't go into their past. I use whatever they're saying right then and there, and I could prove them wrong. I'm going to prove them wrong at that moment based on the here and now. So when
Right.
I said a phone call was made, that means I can guarantee you I've got the damn receipts to prove you, because my recording and the phone call times will match up second by second. So
Right.
let's
Hey,
see.
Christy G.
Hey, Christy G. We have not seen you in a while. I've seen you over in the Littles, but I haven't seen you anywhere else. So it's always good to see you. How are any? I mean, yeah. Anyways, we're talking about forgiveness. And that was a part by me admitting that, hey, James, that she called me out. And
Oh,
by
hey,
me
James.
apologizing, I'm not only taking responsibility, but it also helps to forgive yourself, because when you admit you're wrong and you own up to it, you can forgive yourself for being wrong.
Right.
So it's that simple. I mean, that is the whole point, is forgive yourself. And
Mm.
on that note, forgiving yourself is a hard thing to do, but how does it help you in the long run, Maka?
I mean, I guess you could say it would depend on the person. I mean, and the situation. But, in some situations, I mean, it helps with mental health for one. I mean, because, I mean, you take on all of the weight of something and leave it, for so long. I mean, you can only hold that. And when you have the forgiveness, it takes that load off of your shoulders.
Hey, smart mouth.
Hey,
Good
smart
to
mouth.
see you. See, I agree. I also look at it that it's a weight, it's a heaviness that you're carrying because you're holding on. And I know now, I'm not in a situation where somebody has murdered my child or um, done something so uh, egregious to me.
Uh-huh.
So I haven't been put in that. So that's why these are just our opinions. So I wouldn't know. To me, I look at some people and you hear them say, I forgive the person who killed my child. And I'm sitting there thinking, are you stupid? What drugs are you on? That doctor's got you. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Because how do you forgive somebody who took the thing that matters the most in your whole world, your whole heart right there?
Right.
But then because I'm not in that position, I can't judge and understand how they could do it. But on
Right.
the stuff that I have had to let go, I realize that it's an anger, a weight that you're always carrying, and it comes out and it shows in your actions how
Yes.
you relate to other people. So you're going to attract those same kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
So it is better. There's so many benefits. You can sleep better. The whole weight of your anger is gone. You start looking at life in a more positive manner. Opens you up to positive people and to see the support that you have and had around you during that time. So,
Right.
hey, Kobe. So
Hey,
that's
Kobe.
one part of that for me. And that's true, Janie. Like Muggs and we said, you don't ever have to forget how somebody did you wrong or screwed you over, on whether it's real life or YouTube. But you can let it go to the point where you can be high. You can acknowledge if they have something positive, and not always just focus on seeing red and like this is all the bad.
Right.
You know. Now,
It's hard to do. I mean, depending on the situation. I mean, there could be small things, and then, like you said, there's the bigger things that, you know, you it's hard to forgive for,
yep.
and those can weigh heavy.
Do you find it? Uh, what kind of things do you think would be really hard to ever forgive and to just let go? And I mean, where you can be civil to people.
Uh, well, I've got a couple. I mean, somebody that's been yeah, that's what I was gonna say, damn Yankee. Somebody that's been abusive, like somebody that has harmed you in one way or another, whether it be physically or mentally, um, someone who has caused loss in your life. I mean, that something like that to me, that is something that is you can't forgive, at least for me. Like that's just the hardest thing to
Yeah.
have to do is try to forgive. And some people just can't.
Mm. For me, there's only, I know hate's a strong word and
Hmm.
it's never nice to hate, but there are two people
Hmm.
on the YouTube
Right.
only that I can say for a fact that I totally, totally hate. And that if something was happened to him and I was standing right there, I would deliberately go away and wait an hour before I call for help.
Yeah.
Um, but it's because no matter how many times you accept an apology, they go right back into the same thing. It's a pattern. And when they can't stop, and they won't, and it's nothing but lies and the most disgusting, vile things, there's no way in hell I can ever say hi socially, even in somebody else's chat.
Right.
It'll be all I can take. And so for me, out of respect, whoever's in the chat, um, some of them will be like, hey, have at it. We understand it's funny, go for it. But I will leave, not because I'm afraid of them. It's
Right.
because that's the wrong place. And I'd like to do it on a place where it's mutual.
Right. I've
So
I've come across that several times, especially here. A couple of days ago, there was somebody in the group chat and was saying and doing things, and I I stayed quiet because I wanted to say stuff, but I was like, this isn't the right place or the right time because I've respected the people's chat that I was in. And I try to be respectful and try to sometimes try to keep things to myself because I don't want to cause anything on other people's platforms.
I agree. And usually, if I do time out somebody, uh, it's an accident because you'll be half asleep or tired and you're holding your phone and you're watching, and your phone will slip and hit you in the face or your
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah.
And you'll go to pick it up and you'll either accidentally hit the subscribe button because you're reaching for your phone and it
Yeah.
was on the chat, or you accidentally, while it was dropping and it hit you, it brought up to the block or whatever menu. And when you go to say no, I don't want to do that, and you accidentally hit okay, and it's like, shit, I just subbed up to somebody that there's no way in hell I'd ever sub up to. I've done that twice now.
Oh,
Or I've timed out a few people and blocked one and had to go back. And if you block somebody by accident, turn around
yeah.
and just go back and time them out for a second or 10
Yeah.
seconds, and it'll bring them back.
Yeah. And two, if you accidentally time them out, or if you time them out, if they're timed out for like over that, you can do it for 10 seconds and it'll override the larger number too.
Yeah. So
Hey,
for
Gemini.
me, there's certain things you can forgive. Hey, Brandy, for me it would be what I'm saying that I personally don't think I could forgive is the year and over repeat, rinse and repeat stalking and harassment,
Yeah.
um, the murder of a child or a family member.
Hmm.
Um, I let Tim, when we were dating, take me to old Maryland, and I was robbed. What's funny is him and his daughter forgot to close the uh, trunk all the way. Car came up. Restaurant of people up front watched it happen and waited till they were gone before they told us. But then couldn't remember the car because we got in our car and we went to chase them down.
Right.
But the bad thing was most of the kids' stuff was in the car. It was, and because they're all their stuff, like their blanket, their toys, the little car TVs and stuff. It was my stuff. They grabbed a suitcase, one of the bags, and it happened to be my bag.
Oh no.
So I was really angry. But you know what? It got to the point where I was so mad at Tim and my stepdaughter. I was like, you two. But it wasn't even a point where I hated. I hate people who robbed me. Maya.
Right.
It was, but like I said, I only have true hate in my heart for two people. And I had never felt that before. And
Right.
I know it's bad for me. Maya, there's nobody out there. Take your little butt outside. But, and I know eventually I have to let that go. Because, I
Right.
don't even know if I can call it hate or just um, vile. I don't know. It might not even be hate because that's such a. You know what? I'm going to kick
Right.
your butt. Hold on. There's a dog being walked. Hold on.
Oh, let's see. What is it? That's right. Damn Yankees. Or damn Yankee. I always want to say Yankees for some reason. Yeah.
Because we
It's,
got two in the
yeah.
chat. Yeah, I'm never going to. It's not my job to make them forgive. I can only forgive for my own feelings of how I feel about those people, is what I think I'm trying to say. And maybe didn't say it right, but maybe it's not hate. It's just there are two people that I despise more than anybody in the whole wide world.
No.
Because you're right. God says you cannot hate, and hate it's a poison and a cancer inside yourself.
Mhm.
So it's not hate because I don't want them to like un
Right.
you know which word I'm saying.
Uh-huh. I know
But
which.
if they were to disappear, I wouldn't be sad.
Uh-huh.
So I strongly dislike them more than anybody in the whole wide world.
Well,
So I guess that would be the key. And I have given many people second chances too, because sometimes if somebody does something, hey, Dragon, even a third chance, guys, because if all they're doing is talking some shit, you know what I mean, real life or on the internet, and they haven't affected your money, they ain't affected your life, your kids. Hey, Chad, and hey, KJ, how you guys doing?
I like how you done that. You just flowed that in there.
If they're not affecting me and hurting me that way, then I could dislike them, but there's no anger or anything. It's just like, you know, it's got to be truly just nonstop vile lies and slander and.
Right. Hey,
So
Sunflower. Hey, Chad. Hey, Kay.
I sleep timed out Ken Kong. I have done that. And unfortunately, it's happened I've done it at Fusions and JMs. And right away, I'm like, and most people know that and they're like, oh, Lori must be sniping people, guys. Don't worry. She'll figure it out in a second. And they'll laugh about it because that's all it is I don't time out anybody unless I have permission, except for
Right.
one time in Mama Paydays, there was a certain mutual, I think the whole community hates this person or dislikes this person. And
Right.
they came in and were talking blah, 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 and going after her about being a mom and triple T stuff. And I couldn't help it. I just, right away, and I said, I'm so sorry. You can undo it if you want. I text her right away and she goes, Pshee, have fun. That one I have no problem with. She goes, I'd have done it if I saw it. So.
I'd done that. I can't remember whose chat I was in. I'd done that once before. They were causing a lot of issues or whatever. And there was a little thing going around that if you got the person that you would, I can't remember, but it was something like if you got them, you'd get a reward or something, award or whatever. And I seen them come in and they made a comment. And I hit them right off the bat.
Did you get your reward?
No,
Oh,
made me sad. No.
that is sad. You guys can't promise something and not deliver. That is sad.
It was fun though. It felt good. Like, cause I
Yeah.
never do it. Like, it's rare that I do it unless, like you said, if they say, if the owner of the channel is like, if this person comes in or if this is said or that said, then yeah, I'll do it. But I couldn't help it. It was one of those people that you just wanted, oh.
Yes. There's a couple. And I think that most of the content creators are all in agreement. Now, like Fusion and AD, they like to have them up on their panel and they like to toy with them.
Right.
To me, they're just not interesting. And I don't, because I'm not a troll.
Right.
I don't like to toy. So I couldn't just toy. I like to just cut them off, their heads off, shit down their neck, and so that they have to smell shit the rest of their lives because all they do is spew shit anyways. But
Right.
so I can't do the long con like Fusion does or AD
Right.
or JM or Filthy.
I'm not patient enough. Like,
No.
I don't have it in me, and I'm not a troll by no means. I like watching them work, and I like, being there because it's fun. But
Mhm.
that's just not me.
They'll
Just
bring them on.
patience.
They'll
Yeah.
let them kiss up to them. And
Mhm.
they'll be like, well, I don't think we have a problem. No, we ain't got no problem with you. And the whole time, that they're sitting there, what is this idiot? He thinks we really are buying his crap.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because the rest of us know what's going on. And they're just like, well, I have much respect for you, Fusion. When Fusion knows on another panel, he's like, fuck that Fusion. So they know, and I know they know, but I don't have the patience either, like you. If they're a piece of shit, I really want to give them some shit to taste.
Yeah.
But so I guess for me in closing is forgiveness isn't just about for yourself and your own mental health and your well-being, but it's for the people around you, because when you have that anger and that uh, shit built up, it can affect the people you attract.
Yes.
just like closing yourself off in a relationship, or you've been in a bad one and you got that sour in your taste in your mouth that all men or women are bad. Well, you're going to keep attracting the same type of man or woman.
Right.
But learn from it, forgive,
Yeah.
and move on. And that one woman is going to feel that, and that one man, they're going to be like, that. It's how you hold yourself. You're lighter, you're happier, you're going to attract the same in return.
Right.
So that's my closing thoughts on that. What's yours? Tell us what you think.
I mean, it basically the same like what you. I mean, you you can you can forgive, as like you and Bugs was saying earlier, forgive but don't forget. And just because you forgive doesn't mean that you have to keep that person around you, or you can forgive somebody and not have to sit and continue to interact with that person.
Yep. And Pyro has a good point
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I am in real life, I'm as generous and like to get people to keep from fighting. I love to be a conflict resolution person. But even hey, Floozy,
Floozy.
it's Maca. I let myself
Mm.
get dragged down sometimes, and I get right in it too. I let anger. I let, well, we're women, so we're going to definitely put a little emotions into how we respond over
Right.
the men. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I mean, we're
But
emotional creatures.
yes, I know that this is definitely not meetfriends.com or what's that one where you slide to the left if you want to date them?
Tinder or Plenty of Fish, Paul,
Matchmaker.com.
Matchmaker.
But I will tell you, because of the community that I've been in, I do have people that I consider friends. I've met them in real life, or I talk to them in real life at least once or twice a week. Or when something goes to pop off, they just call me, or I call them, and we talk, and they can put what they're seeing, and they want to, and if I saw something different and I think it's been misinterpreted the wrong way, or I can hook up people so that they can talk without it being a big fight.
Right.
I'm the same that I am in real life as I'm on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I definitely ain't no angel because, well, you guys have heard me. Yeah. I don't have no problem becoming, the bitch. I could be that too. So, like, what's that lady who sings, I'm a bitch, I'm a liar, I'm a mother, I'm a fighter?
I can see her clear as day, but I cannot.
Yeah. Damn. It's not Melissa. Oh, man, I can't even think of her name. Meredith something or.
Oh, yeah, Mary.
But
Oh,
us women are all that. And I'm no better than anybody else. Hey, no fear. I am a flawed human being, 100% all real woman. I'm going to be different roles for different people. And it's not her. It is Brooke Meredith. That's who it is. And that's why we women have such a pivotal role, because we have to be, either the provider, a mom, a best friend, a wife, a sister. We have so many roles, and we have split, all of us, we have a little bit of narcissist. We all like to take a little, sometimes we all tell white lies too.
right.
I know I personally try not to. I will try to spare somebody's feelings and try to change it up a little, what I really know.
Right.
But I never want to just point blank hurt somebody. Can I get mad and say something to somebody about somebody and then regret it and try to do better?
Right.
Yes. Hey, Amy. Muggs is back. He says he's the only perfect specimen and God broke the mold.
Hey,
So,
MLC. Hey, the dude. True Texan, Amy.
I'm no angel, but I'm definitely no devil either. I've been told I'm the worst thing that's happened to the community because without me, everybody would be friends.
No.
When they're so dumb that because behind the scenes, there are a lot of people who are friends because I've tried to, stop any misinterpretations.
Right.
But other than
I would have
that,
I would have
go
to
ahead.
disagree with them on that.
Oh, thank
So,
you. But it's okay because if I do have to respond to them. It's not because I value their opinions or what they think of me,
mhm,
but I do get, all right, now I'm going to admit a little secret to all of you. I find a little pleasure by neutering these weak beta men on the internet who lie. It's a little fun that I can do it, that I can talk the same shit that they do, and I don't get my feelings hurt.
right,
Now, some think I get triggered if I raise my voice or I'm yelling. No, the ones I do that to is because those are men who think that women shouldn't talk to them, that
right,
women are beneath them and they have to be talked the loudest. So, what I like to do is talk over them to show them you don't control me. I'm
mm,
not even listening to you. I'm going to make sure nobody hears you. And that's how I do it. It's not being triggered. It's
right,
I know when a man is a chauvinist pig and they believe everybody's below them, let me talk or I'm going to talk. And they no, I'm going to
mm,
show you that as a woman, I'm going to out talk you.
right.
I'm going to out volume you. I'm going to out dirty talk you. You want to try to come at me with some vulgar shit? Shit. I probably already did it and done it. I ain't worried about that crap.
Right,
You ain't embarrassing me. What?
right.
Talk about my vagina? Shit. It's because you ain't seen one in a while, bitch. Go ahead, keep talking about my
Exactly.
vagina.
Right.
You know, if I talk about your dick, is because everybody has seen it and there ain't one, so I can talk about it.
Mm.
Hey, slap a hoe. It is so
Hey,
nice to have you back around.
that's what I was fixing to say. I'm so glad to see her back.
Hey,
She
Red
probably
Dog.
don't remember me from back a while back, but hey,
I
Red
didn't think
Dog.
she remembered me either, but she did. And
Oh,
so, yes,
hey,
it's safe for
Carlos.
you here, no fear. I saw your last video. I left a comment for you. It was beautiful, or your live. It was beautiful, that
Hey,
lake.
Backwoods.
Yep, Red Dog's in here, and I thought Backwoods came in. Hey, Backwoods, how you doing?
Yeah,
So,
Brittany talk about my cupcakes.
oh, I'm mad at her. I mean, she's just, I thought those were for me. I told her, I said, you a bitch. And she goes, what? I said, you've been sharing my cupcakes with everybody. Remember, I get triggered by those cupcakes. Now
Right.
she just flings her cupcakes all over YouTube. Hey, Kurt, how you doing?
Hey, Kurt.
That's true, Sin. It ain't safe for anybody. You come in, you better have a full mask on because you never know what might be splattered. Well, no,
Uh,
that's only when Sin's on the panel. He was splattering the fudge cookie bits all over last night, wasn't he?
yes. I went and listened to it, watched it this morning, and I was rolling. I was like, "Oh my god."
Now everybody knows it was his mouth for sure, but yeah, it was funny the way it was just coming in like that.
Well, at the beginning, it sounded like
Real.
legit, and I was
It
like,
probably was,
"Wait,
Maka.
is
His
this
first couple
really
were probably real, and he's using his mouth as an excuse.
right?"
So, uh, oh, I get the fresh cupcakes. Others get the midday. Okay, Brookie. I will. I'll let you go then. I won't hold it against you for flinging. And you got to make your money somehow. So you go ahead and fling those cupcakes.
Do what you gotta do, girl.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hate on it. I ain't gonna hate you, lady. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, I remember when she first started the cupcake thing, and I'd see her and I'd throw her 2 cupcakes out because I didn't know what was going on with it, and after I figured it out, I was like, "Oh my god, I feel so stupid now."
Well, what's funny is, I have multiple stalker. Tim and me have
Right.
two, but the original
Mm,
OG stalker. Well, he watches everything and everywhere I go. Whoever talks to me and Tim, he watches all of you, hoping to be talked about.
right.
Well, she flashed her cupcakes, and at first I didn't know what it was because I was looking down on my phone, and I went up and I went, Brookie. And she goes, "What? They're just cupcakes." And she knew what they were looking like. So
Yeah.
we started laughing because it was all part, it was just this, we were just joking around that I was shocked. And do
Right.
you know, hey, Landon, I was made fun of that. I was just so taken back and shocked. I mean, it was a whole topic for what, Brookie, 2 weeks about her cupcakes and how just like, do you know, couldn't figure out what MF stood for under the little MF family. Supposedly that it took us weeks to figure out what MF means
Okay.
when they don't even realize that before the big mix up, I was over there a lot and already knew what they were from the beginning.
Right.
Because from the beginning, I was drawn to Harley.
Right. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay.
Did you fart?
No, no,
Oh,
it was my dog. She's whining.
I was like,
Just wanted to make
what?
sure.
I'll end it right now and make it private if you farted, Mike. You just got to tell me. I promise.
No, I swear.
Always got to help out a friend. You let a little toot. Women. When women who say they don't fart, when you're dating, you don't hear nothing. We always go to the bathroom or we send you on an errand. Could you get me a soda? And we let it out. Once they're
Right.
married, it's we ours are like nukes. They come in and we'll make the bed shake.
I remember the first time that I'd done it in front of my husband, and he just busted out laughing, and I felt, oh my god, I was so embarrassed.
Slap a hoe says she can smell it down in the chat. She
I
knows what you
know.
did.
I did
The
not.
the first time I did to Tim and he actually heard it, there was just no escaping it. We had ate something and it wasn't settling right. And I was like, come on, Tim, hurry up. Get me back because I was visiting him. So I was staying with him
Right.
in his room in the barracks. I was like, come on, babe, hurry. I gotta use the bathroom. And I swear every red light we seemed to get trapped at. And the
Oh,
first time he did, just it was like time stopped for a second. He whipped his head around. His jaw went all the way down to his lap, and he's like, the look on his face, like I was from another country or
yeah.
another universe. He really believed women didn't fart or wasn't expecting it. And I mean, it was pretty, yeah. But it was leather seats, guys.
Oh,
It echoed. All right, the windows were up. It echoed, and then he just busted laughing. Or like the first time you're in a bath, you take a bath with your partner for the first time. When
oh,
you let one accidentally come out in the water, not only do you get a sauna because you get the bubbles, it makes a lot of noise. It's like backfire. Come on now. Especially if it rises a little bit up out of the water and you're on both.
that's why you always make sure you have bubbles. You make sure
Hey,
you have bubbles in your bath, and that way
that's
you can't
right.
even tell it.
When you first get together, you don't have a lot of money. When you're privates in the army, you got to do your own jacuzzi. Come on. Yes, slap a hoe. Now, women do get the reverse farts that men don't even get to explain. It kind of tickles. Let's be real. Slap a hoe brought it up. I'm gonna back her up. For us women, if you're sitting in a chair or in the tub or anywhere, and you got even pants on, if we toot, oh, now I'm not even going to say toot. When we blow ass, just like you guys, the fart actually does an air pocket up to the front, and it gives a little tickle. I think some women fart on purpose for that little tickle. So thank you, Slap-a-Ho. This is not for the haters in the back. Lori didn't bring it up. Slap-a-Ho did. I'm just backing her up. Macha, am I wrong? Have you ever had like a little air pocket and pop and give you a little tickle?
I don't want to say.
Yes, you did. Us women get a little tickle. We're so multi-talented. We can fart out of two places. We get a tickle from from a fart.
Thank you, Brooke. I saw what you said up there.
Definitely not on purpose, but that vibration now. Exactly, Brookie. It's a little vibration and it just is a little.
That song Feel the Vibration. Especially when those real long ones.
Yes. And it just. I think some women try to hold it so that they can get the longer vibrations. I never thought of that song now, but next time Tim looks at her like, good vibration. I'm digging those good vibrations. She's digging those. And the women are the only ones laughing in the chat because they know about that vibration.
Right.
See, even Amy, it's definitely interesting when that happens for me.
What about the guys? Do y'all like get a little tickle down there?
Does your taint tickle when it tickles?
We got to include them on this too.
They won't admit it.
No.
When a guy farts if sitting down, does it travel up to you and give you a little like, come here, I see you. Oh, I see the memes with the good vibration songs. Brookie says, yeah, there's taint vibration too.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeffrey, Menace is back. They said I forgot to lock the door.
So that's why when men do that, they scoot down in their chair.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And they always have their legs spread when they're sitting. You think about that.
Yeah.
That explains it.
And look, thanks, lady. It just happened because I was laughing. Mud digger. And Chad says, if I fart in the shower, he effing showers all over. He's not trying to smell the steamy shit.
Gross.
And that is true. Every time a man wakes up, he lets it rip. He must want the little tickle in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, you think about that because, they are always slouching back in their chairs with their legs spread because, they got to air it out, I guess.
I thought it's because the jeans down in that area are so tight. Now it could be the tank tickle.
Yeah. Well, if that or they wouldn't want to smash anything down there, I guess. But I mean, it would explain it. And then when they, they kind of lean up a little bit, get that little.
So now we know there's a little bit of taint tickle. And now you guys know we get a little vibration.
Hey, Jeffrey.
How you doing, Jeffrey? So, thank you, Slapaho. You took us down to the fart bubble tickles. Oh my God, my kid farted in the shower. I had to get him something and I about threw up. Yes. Well, do you know he's just now, maybe because he's been around his brothers a lot more, he's been coming over the last couple weekends and he's never done it before because he would do a little, because little kids' farts are so quiet and little, it's just like a poof. Well, he would do a stinker and I would tease him, did you do it stinky? And I'd hold my nose and he would just look at me like, what the hell are you doing? Now he comes up and he'll come up and stand next to me and he'll smile and I'll be like, well, hi, baby. And I'll go to reach in and kiss me and he'll turn sideways just a little bit and he'll fart and then he'll giggle. I'm like, oh, now we're doing the fart giggles. Okay, I got you. I got you. So he's starting to be louder in his as he's getting older. These are the conversations my daddy told me to stay out of. Boy, best to steer clear of women's talk. My favorite is, okay, if I have to go and we're in a car, I don't want Tim to know. I love the silent, deadly ones for all the times that he's got me, especially when I'm half asleep. I love driving and letting out the silent one so I'm in control of the windows.
Oh, God.
And he'll be like, he won't even notice at first, right? And I'm watching what she's saying. Hi, Daisy Joe. How you doing? It's been a long time. I hope you've been well.
Hey, Daisy.
So he'll be like sitting there, he's watching his phone, and all of a sudden, did you fart? No, babe. Look, and I said, it's probably outside with the farm animals. We just passed the farm. He's like, oh, damn, that's rough. And I'm sitting there, and he knows if I start to giggle, he'll know it's me. So I've got to be like, turn my head and look out the window, and he's like, Lori, and I was like, what? And I'll just act like I'm frustrated that he's bugging me again. Why you gotta bug me, Tim? If I fart, and if he keeps, he can, if he does me, ask me twice, that's usually my breaking point. I'll start giggling, and he'll all of a sudden be like, ugh, ugh, unlock those damn windows, Lori, you bitch, unlock these windows. I ain't joking, open those windows. And I've got the locks on, the automatic locks are on the door.
Right.
He's like, Lori, if you don't unlock this window, I swear to God, I'm going to open this freaking door. I'm like, I'm doing 70 miles down the road. No, he'll open the damn door and hang his head out. And I have to real quick, shut the damn door. I'll open the windows. Those are my favorite. I like paybacks.
All right.
HBR likes to put the heated seat on, lock his window, and then let it go.
Oh, God.
I used to tease Tim. Like if he got me really good and I was half asleep and he put the covers over me and hotboxed my ass.
Oh, God.
Well, he used to be on a sleep apnea machine. Ain't nothing when he's half asleep, unhooking it from the machine and farting in the tube and hooking it back to the machine so the air circulates that.
Oh, oh, my God.
I threatened it. I haven't done it yet because he's like, go ahead and do that, Lori. And I swear to God, I'll wake up and I'll put you in. But I have thought about it. I'm evil enough that he going to do that to me. He quit doing it because I did tell him. Just think of what can happen if you got that mask strapped across your head and you're asleep and I do it through the hose and I turn the air and it circulates. It's going right up your nose and in through your throat and you're going to be smelling and tasting my
I have a whole new respect for Triple T. Whole new respect.
I haven't done it yet, MMC or Texan or damn Yankees or Amy. I'm just saying, I threatened him that he better quit putting the covers over me and locking me in that Dutch oven. I don't want no damn Dutch oven anymore. But that was just in the first couple of years of our marriage, that he used to do the hot box. And every once in a while, what I like to do is like when he's brushing his teeth, and I'll just make sure that I'm underneath the blankets, and I'll fix his side with the pillow block in the sheet so there's no open space.
Right.
So when he tears down, he throws his blankets back to crawl in bed. He gets a big old the gust of air. Yeah, see, Slapaho put us on farts, and look where we're at now. You just never know where off the hip is going to go. We leave it to the chat, and now it's farts. What about you? What's the funnest,
Tyler,
evilest that you've done to your husband?
when it comes to farting,
Yep.
I haven't.
You've never.
I
You've
have
never.
in front of him, but it was an accident.
After all this time, you've never farted in front of him but once?
But once. Yeah. Unless they were silent and he just didn't know it.
Let me tell you, my mom had me messed up till I was like 10 years old because I thought something was wrong with me because we fart when we go to the bathroom. She always like, your mother doesn't fart. Ladies do not fart. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, damn, is it going to end when I become a woman? Because as a kid, I'm farting all over the damn place. You know what I mean? So we went to Frankenstein's Castle in Germany, and they have a hot wine over there. It's blueberry, all these different unique flavors, but you got to heat it up. It's called glue wine. And it's an actual warm wine that tastes, you don't want to do it. It tastes so bleh when it's cold, you'll throw up. But hot, it's almost like a cider. Well, she didn't realize that it was alcohol. She thought it was because it was cold. It was one of the big festivals over there. In we were at it was Halloween and the real Frankenstein's castle. Well, we were getting home and we were on the second floor. And as my dad was helping her up the stairs, it kind of hit her as we were driving home. So she got
Right.
herself a little tipsy and she doesn't drink. And it was funny. And we were all giggling and we were walking behind her up the stairs and she let one out.
Oh no.
The one and only time I ever heard my mom fart when I was 10 years old. And I was shocked. And we got in the house and I was like, Mom, you lie. And she goes, first of all, your mother does not lie. And I'm like, you just farted in our faces. I do not fart, young lady. And we're laughing our asses off because she farted in me, my brothers, and my sister's faces. And we know it. My dad's just sitting there trying to hold his laughter in, and he couldn't help it. He just busted laughing. And my mom's dead to right, looking me with a straight eye face, never once started laughing. She kept her composure. I don't fart. I'm like, in our faces, you do too. And so it was till I was 10 that I knew that being farting as a woman, there was nothing wrong with it. And yes, I'm sure as we get older, we're going to have to watch our farts because you never know what you're going to get, Red Dog. I get it. I know a lot of men say that. That once you get about 55, 60, you just, and well, I guess there was a couple guys telling me as soon as you hit 40, you never know. You fart, you might end up with more and end up with a shark. I was corrupted, damn Yankees, at 10 years old. Yes, I was. But why do men get all the fun of farting and making us smell it?
I don't know. Now, I can tell you stories of my husband doing them to me, but yeah,
What's
I
the
don't
worst he ever
understand
did to you?
it. Where were we at? We were on vacation somewhere. We had a small cabin, and and I'm talking about small cabin, like open floor plan. It was probably maybe I want to say maybe a 20 by 20 room, and the
Oh,
bathroom
okay.
was off to the side. And he let one rip in the cabin and stunk us out. Like literally, we had to open the windows and the doors out. And I was gagging. I thought I was going to throw up. It was so bad. And it would have been all right if it wasn't in the middle of the night, but it was in the middle of the night. So that was pretty bad.
Tim, his are bad. I think all men's are, but then he'll sit there and be like, "Oh hell no, Lauren, yours are worse. Yours are worse." What about the farts that actually sound like a machine gun or somebody's laughing or talking to you?
Yeah, how do they do that?
Maybe it's their
I've
butt
always
hairs.
maybe
Maybe it's the position, but I don't know.
maybe it's the taint. I mean,
And it's obviously what
oh
they eat too. Especially
yeah,
soldiers, they eat some of the, when they have to eat those MRAs and, they're
yeah.
in the field and then Tim came home after a week in the field or 30 days. Oh my God. Something died, plus something went sour, something spoiled. Yeah. My mother used to say she farted in, or grandmother, in a bag with a pink bow on it. Red Dog says he don't have stinky farts. He said, believe it or not, he's never had a stinky fart in a long time.
What your diet consists of, I wonder.
Yeah, my
'Cause that's what,
husband.
like you said, I think it had, because men where they eat more, like, I guess you could say, like, red meats, proteins, they're not more of a, well, most men are that I've known aren't into all the, we call it like veggies and stuff like that. It's always got to be meat.
See, that's what I am. I like corn and peas and green beans and baked beans, but that's it. But I'm more of a steak and potato over ice cream, over candy and chips. I'd rather have meat, red meat, and a potato, or I'm a meat and potato kind of girl.
Yeah.
I like a side salad, but I ain't all about those. Oh, just get me a salad for that shit. You offer me dinner, you better take me to a buffet. I'm gonna take 2 rounds, sometimes three. I'm 6'1".
Mhm.
You know,
I love veggies. Like I could eat veggies all day long, but I've got to have some meat with it. Like that's just something I've got to have meat, but I can have tons of vegetables. I can. eat those 24/7. That and fruits.
Well, see, I started that Hello Fresh where they do like 2 days a week. They'll send you
Hmm.
the meals if I don't want to cook. But me and Tim did it about a year ago that we were doing it so we could cook together. Of
Right.
course, you better order 4 meals for the family of 4 for just 2 of you because otherwise the little portions are for like somebody who is like 10 years old because
Right.
real meat eaters, yeah, you ain't getting enough. So we would order the 4. Anyways, they sent zucchini. And I'm like, ooh, I don't like anything but zucchini bread. Ooh, zucchini, disgusting. Well, the way they have you cook it
Mm.
and bake it, oh my
Yep.
God. Now, every time we go to Japanese, I tell Tim, tell them no vegetables, just all zucchini.
Yep. I love zucchini, squash, asparagus, uh, and sweet potatoes. That's like my favorite veggies that I like to eat.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Blue Eyes is what good, honey? I forgot what I was just talking about, what was good.
The probably the Hello Fresh, I'd say.
Oh, it is. And if you catch it in the beginning, you get a nice big deal where
Uh-huh.
it's not very expensive. It starts to pick up expensive after your 6 month or a year, the more
Right.
you can get. But if you end it, you suspend your service, they'll
Mm.
send you coupons to add another 14 days worth of free meals and you get to choose weekly what you want. You could do it 1 day a week or 5 days a week or 7 days a week. We would do 2 days a week and it was ordering every other week. So I would do it 4 times a month.
Oh,
And I think my plan was $36 a, a month. Hey, Dan.
hey, Dan. Yeah, I actually just tried HelloFresh here a couple of weeks ago. Um, the doctor had put me on a Mediterranean diet uh, because of where I'm anemic or whatever, and I need high proteins and all that. And I was like, well, I'll try them because where I'm located at, it's hard to find fresh vegetables and stuff. Everything that
Yep.
you get, it's like they've been setting forever. So I tried them and I got 3 meals for 2 people. And my first box, it was like $26, I think it was, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken. And I mean, it was pretty good. I liked it. He didn't care much for it.
Yeah.
He- Uh, but I thought it was pretty good. But for what you got with it, and I mean, everything is fresh with it. I
Yep.
mean, I
And
gotta say,
you could pick high item foods too. It cost you a little bit more on your meal plan that they
yes.
would just charge you extra on your credit card that day. But they
Hmm.
have like high end steaks or high end, you can get, I think, what is it, grass fed versus
Hmm.
meats. So you could just have their normal meals and then you could also just buy the meats. Like if you
Hmm.
just want to grill out and you're ordering just your meats or vegetables or something, you get to choose and go on weekly and they'll have their menus up and they'll be like for suggested. Unclick the suggested. They're
Yeah.
just trying to get you to try new things. But if you like them, try it.
Right.
Otherwise, go down and pick what you want.
Yeah. And
It's
they have
very
different
simple.
variety. Yeah. Their
Yes.
variety is really good too. I mean, they have a lot of different stuff. I mean, they're not now when it comes to lunch and breakfast, because they do have that in there. When it
Yes.
comes to that, there's not a lot to it, uh, but for dinner, I mean, there's a lot.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, and every once in a while I'll miss it and I'll go on the website and just see what meals they have. And if there's a couple weeks that I'm like, ooh, I really want to try that, I will. And the instructions are step by step,
Yep.
so easy that even a non cook, they're even
Yep.
easier than what I do on my videos for my cooking videos for you guys.
Yep.
So, and it's fun to do it with your partner. That's
Yeah.
what they're designed for. It takes two. And they have all these different like sauces and butters and glazes that but it's, if you like it, but you don't want to buy it anymore, Google the directions on how to make your sauces that they
Yeah.
put in there. And it'll show
Mhm.
you some easy ways to make exactly what they sent you.
Yep.
So,
Hey,
but
Chris.
double your plan. If it's just for 2, get for 4. If it's just for 1, get 2. Because so It sounds amazing, but I get so tired of canning. I get that, Red Dog, but think about what you're saving in the long run, where the rest of us. I go grocery shopping for me, Tim, and the dogs, and making sure I have just the stuff for Jackson for the couple times a week, that a couple times a month that I have him. I'm looking at $700 on the minimum, and that's without, and we go crazy because Tim won't want to eat before we go grocery shopping
Right.
because he'll feel sluggish. So it's always like I go to the register, and I'm like, where the hell did these come from? I have so many hundreds of snacks in there, and I'm like, I didn't pick any of these up. Well, it's for me, Lori. It's for the week. Or Lori, it's for the month. Yeah, and they're gone in 3 days. So,
Oh yeah.
so,
It's
but
like
it
he's addicted to sour cream and cheddar potato chips right now,
okay,
and he wants I have to get the big party ones, like the big
right?
party bags. I have to get 2 of those a week, and he goes through them like crazy.
Has he tried the sour cream and cheddar?
Hey, you gonna stop talking shit on me?
I haven't talked poop on you.
You better stop. Love you.
Love you too. Did you already get dinner? Oh, okay, that's good because I wasn't ready to get off. So I was going to tell you, just throw mine in the microwave. You still? We already told him about your dog pound. Victoria
Yes,
dropped it in the link.
yes, Texan. Like we always say, you never know what we're going to talk about in here. We go from one to the other. It's just we go with the flow.
And Texan, if Sin was still in here, it's a natural progression. Farts to eating ass. I mean, come on, to food. But we leave it up to the chat. The chat steers us wherever they want to go. But I do say this, that if you are interested in the HelloFresh, go on their website, check it out. Give it at least a week's try and see what you think.
I mean, it's to me, it's worth it. I mean,
Yep.
especially if you're looking for fresh food and like even if you're a new time, like new to cooking and stuff or not really good at it. I mean, they have it on their recipes when you check on or when you look at them, it tells you like if it's easy to make, hard, medium.
Before you
Um,
order. Yep.
yeah, before you order, so that way you know. But now when you get into the hard ones, I will tell you those are hard to do.
Yes. And it's always better to work with somebody so that somebody's reading it. And if you have a question, you both can play off each other how to do it. I knew you were lurking, Sin. That's why I said it.
I've seen him pop in a couple of times.
Well, he knows how much I love him. That's my nephew. So I've got his back for life, and he's always had ours and knows it too. So,
Well,
but yeah, when I'm looking at mine, it's always like easy, medium, or I forgot even about that section. Hey,
uh,
Terry. Oh, you have a personal. Oh, his old lady. T.
ah, hey Terry.
Every once in a while, there are a couple things that Tim really does well, and he has a different recipe that I haven't put out yet. There's so many different styles to do certain things with the same recipe,
Uh-huh.
and he created one his way, and then I'll do mine, and that way we get a variety. But he
Yeah.
does chili, ain't no like nobody's business. Oh, that sounds good. I'm gonna make us some soon. But he also does homemade fries. I learned how to do them, but oh my God, Tim's homemade French fries, he makes them really thin, almost like a shoestring, but it's not. They're a little wider, but they're so tender and so
Mm,
soft. And he puts the salt on it as they're nice and hot.
right.
Oh my God, they're better than McDonald's and any other fry that you can make, or even fried potatoes.
I love
So,
fried potatoes, but I have no for some. I guess I'm just not patient enough. They end up turning mushy on me because I think I turn them too much.
well, even if you turn them so much, just keep them on longer. Keep the
Yeah.
lid on it, let the steam in there too. And then if they go a little harder, all you do is when you drain them, keep them in a bowl and cover them. And the steam will make them soft. So even if you go a little too far and they get a little hard, you'll make
Yeah.
them soft again.
Well, I like them crunchy though, like to where they like around the edges. I love
Okay.
fried potatoes when they're crunchy,
Feel
but I
almost
just
like the steak fries where they're harder on the outside and then crisp or
mhm.
soft in the inside.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Gray Wolf just popped in thinking Spencer's in here talking about salty fries.
I see Spencer hasn't changed his name yet. Did that get straightened out?
Well, Sin wasn't sure if that was the deal. Was he had to change his name?
Mm,
But he did offer to change his backup account, his second channel.
no.
He was going to change that one.
Oh, okay.
So Savannah says taking her old man shopping is way worse than any woman. And that is true.
Yes.
I like to go in, get what I need. I have a list. That's what I'm getting. May or may not be like when I go by and like, oh, think of what Tim might like or what Jackson might like or something new and I want to try it. But it's like when I even go to the store, I know what I got to do, what I'm looking for. I'm not there to look and check things out.
Mhm.
So I starve and wear dirty clothes. I got married at 16. I'd starve, though I did learn to use a washing machine. A little crackhead showed me how in rehab. Okay. See, I taught my son the basics when he hit 17 and became a senior. His beginning of his senior year, it was like, all right, now you're going to be thrown into the world in a year. So
Mhm.
you're going to go to college and you want to do the military. So look, you got to learn how to do your own laundry. And let me show you how to do the basic cooking, especially if you get a girl and you want to bring her home. So I showed him some basic. And then when he did start courting a girl at college and he had his hot plate in the dorm and stuff, he's like, or they had a kitchen, I guess, area where you could cook and stuff.
Yeah.
He'd like, Mom, I want to make this of yours. Can you walk me how to do it? So I'd tell him how to get what supplies. So he'd go buy it. And then I would step by step be on the text him. All right, this is what you're going to do. And it took forever. I said, let me call you. He's like, no, because I have to be able to read it because when you're talking, it'd be faster than I can move. And I
Right.
would just sit there and I'd, wait 5 minutes and do step two. And
Oh,
he got very proficient in a couple of meals and took care of himself till he did get married. And, but he could still take care of himself now.
right. Hey, Benny.
Hi, Benny, sneaking in on us. Some of them just sneak in on us, don't they?
Yeah, I try to keep watch, but it's hard sometimes unless, like, if I see the red pop up, then I know. But I try to go back and forth.
Vinny, we got a question for you. The whole chat's already talked about it because the chat brought it up. When women fart, we get a little vibration toward the front of our stuff. A lot of the men say when they fart, they get a little tickle underneath their little area. Do you get a tickle when you fart, Vinny? When you're sitting down? Like the fart goes out the one end and then it moves a little bubble to the front and gives you a little tickle. He's laughing. He got a tickle. I think that's why men fart more than women for that little tickle.
Hey, Gray
You
Wolf.
missed that, Blue? Hey, Gray Wolf. Purple Cinnamon's eating some cookies right now. She being Cookie
Fun.
Monster.
I'd love to have some cookies.
Oh, yeah, I got to ask Tim real quick. Now that you guys said that,
See, Gray Wolf said it.
he got a tickle too?
See? Yep.
All right.
Do it.
Man, if his balls flap, that's a big. I got to mute for a minute.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm glad you confirmed that, Gray Wolf. We've been trying to figure it out because nobody had wanted to answer our question for us. Yeah, Blue, that's what she's doing. She had to mute herself. She's taking a bathroom break.
No, I had to call Tim and didn't want to be rude because I wanted my oatmeal raisin cookies from the bakery. They're so soft, and I'm a fanatic for oatmeal raisin cookies. Now I can't
Oh,
eat raisins on their own, but I love oatmeal raisin.
mm. I
That's
love
my
those
favorite
no
cookie.
bake. Those no bake cookies. Oh my God, I could eat those like
Now,
no one
which
else.
no bakes do you like them as the chocolate with the oatmeal in them?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, my mom
Yeah.
used to make those. I better get the recipe for her. That I haven't had those in a long time. I never
Oh my
made them for
God.
my kids. Why do you think women have so many tin beans in the cupboard overseas? Okay. So she likes her little tickles too. Did Vinny ever answer if he gets a little tickle? Or is he just laughing
No,
and hiding?
he just laughed. Gray Wolf's the only one that confirmed it.
I'm only 3'4" tall and the grass tickles my balls. So you know damn well when I fart it tickles my balls, is what Chad's secretly saying. Hey T Dam.
Hey, T-Dan,
Hold
good to
on.
see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. You eat magic cookies? I bet you I know what kind of cookies those are. Spencer, you know this.
I do
You
not
know
eat those kind of cookies.
I've had some good brownies, some good magic brownies. It's been several years ago, though. I heard about that, Gray Wolf, sending those bad pictures.
Yeah, but it was worse last night, and T Dan did a dang clip of our live last night and posted it within seconds. She was
Oh,
hiding in the bushes too. We were joking. We're like, Sin, do you realize what you just said? He's like, no, I didn't say. I said, yes, you did. And everybody's like, oh, yes, you did. He's like, well, that ain't what I meant. But you know, he always jokes for fun.
oh
Everything that
yeah,
Sin says is for fun. We know some people might take it and use it, but we don't care. If you can't laugh at yourself, T Dan was
right.
hiding in the bushes. Next thing I know, I get a notification on my phone and on my computer that T Dan uploaded something and tagged me in Sin. And I'm like, what the hell did she tag us in? And there it is. What he said was clipped that fast, and he ain't never going to live it down. It already
Right.
had like 90 views within a couple minutes. Vinny clipped it too. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, yeah. I've
Oh,
watched it, and then I
oh,
watched
okay.
T Dams too. I love
Oh,
when
T damn, just jump in. Even if you're behind, you just jump in and join whatever's going on at that moment. No, what were you saying, Marcus? Sorry.
no, 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 you're fine. Oh, always like when Sam's up on panel because you never know what you're gonna get with it. It's always, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna have a good laugh when he's up there.
Yep. You know, I like that he's it was named Sisters because it was going to be four of us that were really close 2 years ago when we were getting ready to start Sisters. I had the ideal of it, and I went
Right.
to these three other women, and they were all on board.
Oh,
And Amy was going to be invited, but she worked, and because her schedule, she was never up at night or coming around. And we knew this was going to be a later night show, right? Now she
right.
stays up all the time, of course, but 2 years ago she wasn't staying up late. So, and I had already told Dan, hey, let Amy know this is the only reason she wasn't invited. And anyways, um, two of them had to back out for
Right.
something came up with one and another one was work. So they couldn't do it. It was just me and Holly. So we're like, all right, we need to turn this into an open panel. Well, Sin has almost been up there from the beginning with us. So
Right.
we never wanted to say sisters with him, but he is an honorary member of the show and partner with us because he's almost been there from day one himself. So he is a
Right.
part of Sisters. And even though me and Holly can do it without him, we both agree that the show is with him. My neighbor came home with his ambulance for him.
Uh-oh. Well, my dog's trying to play, so she keeps bringing me her ball to throw for her.
We live by a state trooper. We have a normal police officer right down the road, and then the other neighbor is a ambulance uh, paramedic.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so they're in and out when they bring in their on dinner breaks, lunch breaks, or a second when they're in the area and stop by to say hi to the families and stuff.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
but
very well. That's the brownies I had. They were homemade from somebody.
oh, the special kind too.
Yeah,
I think
it
if
was years
somebody
ago, but
slipped me a magic brownie, I don't think I would function for a week. So that's
we could
why
do
I do my own, or I buy them from the grocery store.
it.
I've never had any illegal drug in my whole life.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot.
So that's why
Oh,
I'm afraid if I ever had one or a gummy, yeah, I'd be out for at least half a week.
I don't know. I think it might surprise you. I mean, I think it would mellow.
I would puke.
Oh
You know,
no.
you know, it's funny. You see how I get all hyped up just sober and never. Can you imagine me drinking or getting high? They would ban my ass off of YouTube.
I think you would be fun.
Yeah, but YouTube would have a problem. Look at how I am sober.
I mean, you're already fun. I'm not saying that, but I
No,
mean,
I know what you're saying.
like I could see you being like, I don't know, just one of those that would just be laughing, like just stuff all the time. I don't know. I think it would
Look,
be fun.
I had a small little daiquiri a couple weeks back with Tim when we went to dinner.
Oh,
And I had that live with Menace. Do you not remember how I acted? And all I drank was half of that sucker. And it was a little like a, you know how when you buy glasses, you get the little glasses and the tall?
uh-huh.
I told him to bring me a small one. I had the small glass. And yeah, I didn't even drink half.
Oh, so you're really lightweight when it comes to drinking then.
Oh, it came. I
Okay.
felt the warmth spread from my belly up to my head. I was
Oh,
flushed. My cheeks were red, and I was just giggling at every little thing. And when I'm tired, you'll tell too, because I come up with the weirdest shit, and I laugh at everything.
oh,
You could just hold up something that normally I would be like, and oh man, I would be laughing my ass off.
mm.
It won't last that long in your system. Next day, you probably won't feel it at all the next day. Lori
Oh.
would fire up alive laughing and eating so much.
And some days I miss stuff like that, just, having fun and doing stuff like that. And then other days it's like, oh man, I'm glad I quit all that.
You know, I never, even as a kid, even in high school, I did hang around with some potheads and all that stuff. And even some of the bad kids that had been in juvie and came back, but I liked them, I guess, like I do here. You know, I like you based on how you interact with me and Tim, is, you know,
Right.
and I just never once was interested. Never once had an urge to be like, huh, give me that. Let me take a tote off of that or a hit, you know?
Right.
Um, I always had the roach clips, you know, back in the 80s, they were with the feathers and all this stuff. And I
Right.
always I had the roach clips all in with the feathers, and I'd clip them in my hair and stuff. And I'm sure my teachers thought I was a pothead because of who I hung around with and stuff. But nope,
Mm.
never even had an inkling to wonder what it was about. Never.
Man, I was a big pothead. I had my first smoke when I had just turned 13.
Good night, Chad. Much
Good
love.
night, Chad. I was 13 when I first started smoking, and I was a pothead. I loved it.
Did it ever make you want to pick up a cigarette though after already being used to smoking too?
I was already smoking.
So it was an easy. It was
Yeah,
easy for you to go. Okay, maybe that's
yeah.
another thing is I've never smoked a cigarette. So because I've never smoked a cigarette, there and I see how people inhale their joints even on live and they're hacking their head. I don't want to be hacking like that.
Well, yeah,
Me either, blue eyes.
the first time I thought I was dying. I mean, I was just turned 13 and I got cotton mouth. And I was always paranoid as it was growing up. And I was sitting in the middle of the floor, like we were at a party and I was sitting in the middle of the floor and I had cotton mouth and I was crying.
Did your
'Cause
parents figure it out?
no, they wasn't around.
Oh,
They
okay.
Yeah, I was staying at a quote unquote friend's house. Yeah, that's a whole other. I like to party when I was younger, so
Kobe, are you serious? You want to know what devil lettuce is? It's marijuana or weed.
mm,
And you know, I think there's only maybe 10 to 15 of us out of what, 300 or 400 of us in the community that has never had a joint, never took a hit, a tote, or
uh,
anything off of one.
Oh man.
So, see, I got mine from the flea market and from the carnival. That's where I won mine too, Blue Eyes. And I didn't know what it was till my dad, he didn't bust me. He just says, Lori, do you know what this is? No, I just like the feathers. He's like, well, it's for marijuana. I'm like, what?
Mm. Yeah,
Yes,
used to get those anywhere. Mhm.
yes. Now you can't find them anywhere.
Uh-uh.
And I did have my jean jacket with all the rock and roll pins from all the groups that I liked and albums and stuff that I had. Did you ever wear a jean jacket?
Uh, no, no, I never had a jean jacket. When I was, it was more of like starter jackets, like wearing your boyfriend's or whatever starter jackets or camouflage
Varsity
jackets.
or yeah, his Letterman jackets like
No, the
that.
starter. No, the starter.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I never dated any guy like that. It was more of the like the starter jackets, like with the Cowboys.
Yes.
What was the other big one? There was another big one. That and the camouflage, the camo jackets was real
And the
big.
and also the members only jackets.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in the 90s, like early to mid 90s for me.
Okay.
So,
All right. I think for me though, even though because I never had an inkling or an interest in it, but I also had my dad and my stepdad were both military, so we were on a military base. You weren't doing weed. It was a little bit harder to get your hands on it.
mm,
Anyways, I was in school with this in the civilian, because we would go to elementary on base, but like middle and high school was in the civilian world,
mm,
non-military communities. And so that's where I started hanging out with them. But we weren't allowed, I wasn't like hanging at their houses and stuff. We were kept on a pretty, this is where you can hang out at. We don't know the family or the kids. And when you're in school, we live on base, they live off base. It's kind of hard to get to know people. And you know what I mean?
right,
So I think that was another reason I just never had an interest because,
right.
I knew at a young age what I wanted to do and be. So,
Yeah,
oh,
Grey
yeah.
Wolf. Yeah, see, Grey Wolf remembers those starter jackets.
Yeah. And see, Blue Eyes is right. It was a big deal to have your boyfriend's Letterman jacket.
Mm,
I got pissed because my son gave his, when he got his, I said, do not you dare, as much as I paid in today's world to pay for those Letterman jackets,
mm,
your ass better not give it to no chick. And what
right.
did he do? He did it. And I would ask him, where's your jacket? It's in my locker. And then I was
Uh,
working at the school as a substitute teacher at the high school and the middle school. And I happened to get one day they asked me to do the high school. And there goes my son's jacket. And I'm like, now I like the girl. And I was friends with the mom. She worked at the middle school full time.
right.
Well, when they broke up, it was everything I could get to get that jacket. And I had to threaten the mother with an ass beating and legal action
Oh,
to get his jacket back. And I told him, you give that to another bitch, I said, I'm going to beat your ass. And I'm not going to fight for you to get it back. You'll be without.
right.
So I still have his football jersey. He had two, and seniors got a special one, and I have that. He gave it to me during senior day. So, hey,
Oh,
teardrops. Slap-a-ho says, I'm hitting my pipe. I'm no plumber. Whoa, Slap-a-ho. Shouldn't your attention be on his pipe and not this live? If I'm playing with the pipe, the lights are out and I'm not online holding that pipe. Unless she's talking about another pipe. See, I only know one pipe, Slap-a-ho. And it's attached to somebody. Yes, class rings too. That was another
oh,
one, true text. Yes. Where the girls would put the string around it, color it with nail
uh-huh.
polish and stuff to make it hard and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
That's one thing he knew. Don't you dare give that ring out. He did his jacket, and after the hard time, and he started dating a girl, I said, "You better not give your ring out. That'll be even harder to get back
Mhm.
because the jacket has your damn name on it. The class ring, yeah, they could say they lost it. I can't give it back.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
this
I
one ain't
remember he
attached
said,
to no one. Okay, I got what you're doing. The other one, gotcha.
I remember you used to, you take your boyfriend's ring and put it on a necklace and hang it over your neck, have it on your
Yes.
neck or whatever.
Yeah.
That was really big back then.
See, for ours, it's to wear the class ring, and you had to wrap the string around it, and then you use the colored fingernail polish to harden the string,
No,
and then they could wear it and it wouldn't slip on or off, but they could take it off. But instead, now you could buy a ring spacer. You know what I mean?
no.
But back then, they just did that instead of wearing it over the necklace.
Mhm.
I never bought a. I had a class ring, and I kept it all the way up till my son was born. And he was being fussy in the back of the car, and I reached around to help him, and he kept touching my ring, and that was the only time he'd be happy. And he was in his car seat. I let him have the ring, and whatever happened, I got him out, and I forgot all about the ring until a couple days later. And then I was like,
Oh,
figured it'd be in the car, but there's so many little ins and out and nookies and crannies. I never did find it. And it was like,
oh,
it is what it is. High school was a part of my life. It wasn't my all be all.
right.
So it's just a ring. So, Kobe, I didn't hear it called that till I was 34 years old.
What are they talking about?
He's been around a lot of battle rappers. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He was never around people who called it the devil's lettuce. That's what
Oh, okay.
Texan still has his class ring. Okay. If I remember right, somewhere in the house in the safe or something, I think Tim still has his.
Mhm.
But hey, Charlie, I lost mine with my son, and it was my fault. I gave it to him. So I'm not mad at him because he was a small child playing with it. So,
Right. Maybe he didn't know.
nah.
Hey, hey, Charlie.
If I would have remembered, it would have been right there out in the open. I could have been like, as soon as we got out, I got out, went to unbuckle his car seat and like, give mommy her ring back. And because I got distracted and I forgot, it's my fault it's gone. It's not his.
All right.
So can't blame a kid for breaking or anything if, he has access to it. I
Right.
still have my, do I still have my tassel? Yes, I still have my hat. Hey, Shotty, my graduation cap and my tassel.
Hey, Shoddy. Do you really?
Yeah, packed up. I had given my mom, after we graduated, I was still only 17. So my mom got one. And everybody knows, I was married at 17.
Right.
Um, and then everybody knows, except for my stalker, I had my son at 19 while we were married. And then I joined the Army after I had my son.
Right.
So after we split up, so I could take care of my son. I
Right.
never had a class ring, varsity jacket from sports. Okay.
Blue. Yeah. I, we had some pretty cool bus drivers back in the day.
I had a good one.
Mm.
What's funny is I was always bigger, I
Oh,
think I hit 5'9" or 5'10" by freshman year or sophomore year. And on the bus, there was always trouble. There were fights and stuff like that. And I was one of the first on and the first off and, or last off, first on, last off, especially from the school. And he just asked me, is in the afternoon, I was made a bus monitor. And because everybody knew, I'm not going to rat you out, but I wasn't afraid to get in the middle and stop it.
right.
And he was an elderly old man, little guy. I mean, he was little. And I just really liked him. He always was so kind to all of us and when he had to be an ass, they forced him to be that. And I had mad respect for that job because it's a thankless job with
Yeah.
kids picking at you and all the ruckus and the hours. And
No.
no,
I
I
mean,
got shorted, Charlie. I wished. I still have my yearbook. Do you still have yours, Micah?
I have my middle school. I didn't get my high school one though, but I have my middle school. Yeah,
My
I'm
mom
pretty sure
never
it's my
bought me any of my yearbooks, but when I got my job in my junior year, I bought my senior pictures, my senior yearbooks. And so I have my senior yearbook. And I have a middle school one. When we got back from Germany, where my grandmother, we were staying with her until we got our next duty station because it was uh, we had put in for an emergency. I'm trying to remember what it's called because it was so long ago, to try to stay there and get out of the orders we were already had because she got diagnosed with cancer. So we were trying to be stationed at the military base close to her instead of 9 hours away.
Right.
So I had to go into a civilian school for the first time. So I did get that yearbook, and then I have my senior. So I got both my yearbooks,
So,
all the signatures and everything.
mm, yeah, I remember passing it around, which I have. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I have two middle schools because we had moved. I got the one where I grew up, and then when we moved, I have that one, I believe, also, if I'm not mistaken. And we used to pass them around throughout the day. Did y'all pass them around and like,
Yes,
here, sign this, and then like it would go around the whole school or, all your classes, or and then at the end of the day, somebody would bring it back to you.
yes. Or in between like different periods of, you have periods, and then every time you go to a new period of classroom, the teacher would give you guys 15 minutes at the beginning of the classroom or at the end of the classroom to pass them around the seniors to get all the signatures.
No.
I think everybody's got somebody who wrote, I'm the first one to write in your crack.
Yeah. Yes.
And then our motto, ours was skipping school always late, or sex, drugs, rock and roll. We're the class you can't control. Skipping school always late. We're the class of 88.
Oh.
That was our slogan.
Uh, I don't know if we ever had one or not.
Really?
Uh,
Uh,
I can't remember.
88 tattoo. I'm sorry, it's 36. If you still have your yearbooks, you know what? We should, on our next live, actually bring our yearbooks and just, we don't have to show our pic. Well, I don't mind showing my picture either, but because you see my face now, but just showing our
Right.
yearbooks and stuff. Because, memory lane could be the topic or something.
Yeah.
What do you
Oh,
remember from these times, and read some of the things? I actually have somebody that wrote in there. Well, you hear how I come back at people, how I use words to try to tear somebody down.
right.
Well, in the 80s, that was called cracker, not the skin color, but like,
Right.
man, you cracked on his ass bad. So I literally have somebody in there saying, to the best female cracker in our school. And when people read that, like my kids are like, damn, mom, why they call you a cracker? I'm like, that's not what that meant. In the 80s, I was a cracker. Like I could snap back. You
Right.
say it's snapping back now.
Right.
I cracked on people.
Mm.
They get in my face, and I'm really good at the snapbacks, just cracking on somebody. So yeah. Okay, we left the class of 18 years in the futures. We had tons of baby mamas. Wow.
Mm. Hey, Denise.
Their slogan was, we left the class of 18 years in the future, because they had a lot of pregnant people in the 12th in the high school that year.
Yep.
Wow. Wow, you
Yep.
never had your senior picture taken purple. Oh. And I always recommend and tell your sons and daughters, no matter how lame it seems, go to your prom. It's the last big event that you're going to be able to be with the whole class. I mean, the
Mm.
whole student body of the senior class.
Mm. I
And
didn't.
you
Well,
didn't go?
no, I didn't go to prom, and I didn't go to my own graduation.
Why? I mean, if
Well,
you want to tell why.
it's how can I put it? I was with my soon-to-be husband, I guess you could say.
Ah. Do you ever regret wondering what it was like to be at both, to have those memories?
Um, I do when it comes to um, the graduation, but not the prom, because I'd already experienced a lot before then, so I never really, thought of that. But the graduation part, I did.
Okay. What was the hairstyle for the guys back in your era? Because Tattoo says his was the used car salesman. What was yours?
Um, oh gosh, let's see. I'm trying to remember. It was not the like a bowl cut. It was like shaved on the sides and a little longer at the top.
Okay.
And
Ours.
had bangs, kind of.
Oh,
I don't know what they called that. I can't remember.
almost like the Justin Bieber kind of look.
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of shorter, like their bangs were short. Like, I don't know how to describe it, and I don't even
See, that's
remember.
why we need to see your yearbook.
Yeah.
Ours was the Billy Ray Cyrus haircut. Really short up top, nice clean cut. Or the tail. I'm sorry. It was the tail. We had hey, duct tape. Did I see you come in? Somebody said duck.
Uh, no, they
Oh,
said
it
it was
cut.
autumn.
Hey, pimp. Beer is
Yeah.
good. Sex is great. We're the class of 98. So yours was almost like ours. Yours was just a little shorter.
Uh, hey, Pam.
Ours was definitely the rat tail. Really
Yeah.
short hair. Short on the side when you have the lines cut in your hair. Like the
Right.
Vanilla Ice did in the 90s.
Oh,
Well, that
yeah.
was in my school, the 4 years of high school. And then the guys had it nice and clean cut in the top, and in the back, it had the lines, but you always had the rat tail. I wanted to go up and cut up and take scissors and cut off so many men's rat tails.
Yes. Oh,
I
I
just thought it
hated
was
those
gay.
bangs. Yeah.
Yep.
Those were starting, like, I didn't see those as often, but like they were starting to kind of come out when mine was, it was mostly earrings. Like the guys had started piercing their
Yes.
ears. That's
Okay.
when it started. Yeah.
And see, for the girls, we had the big uh, rock and roll haircuts. We would tip our hair upside down, gel, hairspray it, and then flip it back up so it was as high as it touched the earth. A lot of girls were doing the perms to help with that. I had to
Yeah.
have natural curly hair. I didn't have to do that, but I liked mine. I didn't like it up tall. I didn't want to be closer to heaven with my hair. I have a lot of hair. I like the feather. That was still from the 70s. I like to have
Oh,
the
yeah.
feather cut. So,
Kind of like is it the Farrah Fawcett? Is
yep,
that what
that's
that
how I
is?
like it. Yep, with the Aquanet hairspray. Hell yeah, tattoo. All the 80s were famous for that with the girls. All right, Claire had the Mel Gibson Lethal Weapon hairstyle in her high school. We had
Mm.
some say that they had the mullets. And
Oh,
then,
I love those.
let's see. Yep, Purple had the mullets for hers.
I'm gonna look this up because this is gonna drive me crazy.
The popular 90s hairstyle for boys.
There it is. Yeah, it's like the Leonardo. I can't say his name. Leonardo DiCaprio. Um, back in the day. Uh,
Scruffy.
yeah. Well, it was kind of like it was long, but almost looked like a bow. But like you put a bow on somebody's head and just cut it around.
Oh, okay. Oh, I couldn't
Yeah,
stand those. Oh my God. I hate when
those.
it looks like somebody puts the bowl on their head and just goes all the
Yeah,
way around.
yeah.
It almost makes me think of a monk
Oh,
hairstyle.
yeah, yeah. Like yeah. I'm
Rocky
trying to.
Balboa female teachers. We didn't have our, yeah. And there was always one hot teacher
Mm,
or a student teacher that the
mm,
girls were hot for.
mm, mm.
Ours was a gym teacher. He was in college and he was there or just graduated. So he was like getting his master's. So he was like a student teacher, basically, an assistant gym teacher. I didn't
Yeah.
find him sexy at all. He already had facial hair and everything. And the girls were just like, oh, I didn't have a daddy complex. I'm just not into older men. I never looked at, I didn't have any daddy issues.
Mm,
So I never needed to be a stripper or a hooker. And I never had to be dating older men. If they were 2 to 4 years older than me, that was good. But, one guy asked me out. I went on a date with him, Macha, true story.
uh,
And I liked him. And he always asked me, then he asked me my favorite car, and then he goes out and gets one of the cars that I like with the color, my favorite color. I thought that was a bit much, but I got to drive it, so I was pretty cool. And we were just talking one day, and, we had made out like kissing and stuff, but not all the way yet. And we were going to, and I was like, you know what? I don't know what brought it up, but we were talking about age. And he told me his age. he was only 5 years younger than my parents, because my parents are only 16 years older than me. I have young parents.
Right.
When he was old, it was 12 years older than me. He didn't look it, but when he told me,
Oh,
I lost all interest at that moment. He did not look handsome to me. And he was like, he felt me go cold, just by the way I was talking. I said, I'm sorry. If I wanted to date somebody that was my dad's age, I would have hit up one of his friends.
right.
I'm just not interested. Now, I know a lot of women like older men. They're more mature. They're responsible. I always wanted to date older men when I was younger, like, 4 or 5 years
Right.
older out of
Right.
high school. But no, I just never was attracted to men that were 6, 7, or older than me like that, especially not
Right.
12 when my parents are only 16.
Right.
I wish we could be if we could have the 80s and 90s for everything, the way people acted, the music, the
Yeah.
movies, the cost of living, those
Yeah.
were, and the whole world, the way people were, it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved it. I loved
Hey,
the
Denise.
90s. It was always so fun. Like, I mean, there were so
Yes.
many things to do, and it's like people's minds were more open back then than they are now.
And they played outside. We weren't worried about being bullied, because in real life they had to say it to your face, and you could just put your hands on each other and solve it.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
and our parents, I'm sorry, you didn't have to worry about your kids being
Uh-huh.
kidnapped and sold for sex slaves as much, or put on the internet, their bodies,
No.
and
No.
sold like that. So, yeah, it was an easier, relaxed kind of time. Oh
Uh-huh.
my gosh.
Maya.
He's right there. Why are you barking after he's in the house? You don't bark when he pulls up. She crazy. It's because she wants the attention.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, guys, it has been 2 hour mark. We like to keep you wanting more, never getting tired of seeing or hearing me or Maka.
Mhm.
Anything you'd like to put out before we go? Are you getting close?
Getting close.
Channel?
Oh, um, yeah, I need to. I'd been working on my StreamYard and some more, and I'm gonna try to schedule a live and try it. I'm nervous wreck, but I'm gonna try it. We'll see.
Well, you got backup if you need it to
I'll
start
holler
it.
at you, let you know.
Alrighty.
Um, yeah,
And once she starts, we'll either rotate channels or dual stream, because I'd like to build
yeah,
up her. So I'd rather start just doing on yours for a couple of shows.
right.
Let people see that you're out there and stuff.
Well,
But if we dual stream, they'll be able to tell too, because they'll get the notifications. But I definitely want to make sure we do it on your panel, on your channel, and let's build you up, especially get you going with the views and the subs and the algorithm. So let people see what you're about.
no,
So it's all about supporting one another, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys do for us. Um,
yes,
I don't care about a view or a click, or, I'm not monetizing, at least unless, if I hit 4 or 5,000, I might. But for me, I like to just have fun and don't have YouTube tell me what I can and can't say or do.
right.
So I want to promote. There's so many beautiful women out here, not only my co-hosts, but there's a lot of good women content creators that are out here supporting and trying to build up all of us women. And the more of us that
Yes,
go live, you do have Brookie, you do have Holly and Amy and me and Maka, and you have uh, Rick Sanchez, Little Steph, you got Artie, you got uh, Jasmine, you've got the Outlaw Sisters, you've got Claire, there's so many women that are doing it and putting
yeah,
good stuff out there. So it's always
more
about
and
us
more.
celebrating, and I want to promote it, and I have no problem getting my butt up there. And T Dam, let's not forget T Dam too. Hey Meg, hey
Yes.
sister. Uh,
Thank you.
I want to
Good
get
to see
Maka on her
you.
channel and get her going. So please support her when she does.
I appreciate it.
It's all love. You know that. You're my
Oh,
sister from another mister. So,
oh, yeah.
um, guys, dog pound reactions tonight. Austin Foreman, live interview at 8:30 p.m. Central, 9:30 Eastern. Another independent artist. Great music. So you want to hear some good music tonight, and there's no other lives going on. Hop on over and enjoy the interview with Austin Foreman. I also think Rick and Moses go live tonight.
I don't know. I'll have to let me look here. I'm getting.
They may or may not while she's checking on. If she does, you've got options. You could jump in and out.
There's Triple T's
Link. Thank you,
link
Maka.
for his live. And let's see if I don't know if they're going to do one or not because they had quite a few. I think they done like 3 or 4 shows this past week.
Victoria, are you in here? Let's see. We will get the link. Hold on a minute. I'll get her link. Your link, but you can't put your link because if they sub up to you,
okay.
they can't. Remember?
Yeah.
What's your number again underneath yours, Maka? Is
8877, I think. I believe. Let me look. Yeah, 8877.
Yeah, I knew there you are. Tim's supposed to be doing you and me a background too. All right, so let me copy your link and I will put it in the chat for everybody.
They don't have Rick and Moses doesn't have one scheduled, so.
Okay. All right. This is going to be Maka's link for her channel, guys. It's right there. So if you can go sub up, we got her up to 75. I remember when she hadn't even, what were you at? Like 30 something? And we got you to 50.
Yeah.
And now you're already up to 75. You're on your way to almost 100 just off your welcome.
Oh.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I need to create, and there's Menace. He's live right now if anybody's interested in music and vibing out.
So he'll be live, and I bet you $10 to $1, he'll end it when Tim goes live. And you know what we all try to do is nobody has to end. Everybody can go live at the same time because there's variety, guys. It's the spice of all things good in life. We don't care if you just pop in and say, hey, I'm just here to hit that like and show you support, and then you're going to go because somebody else is more interesting. Or if you come back and forth, I'm happy with it. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I love it. Like I was a nervous wreck first starting, but now I don't even think about it when you send me the link to come up. I'm like, okay, let's go.
I'll go to Fusions, Filthy or JM for little snipe or trolling, shit talking. I'll go to Rusty Trucks and Riches when they want to get on somebody's ass, Seeper and them for some drama. I'll go to Menaces and Tim's for music. We do ours for the talk show and the laughs and the, talk that you never know what you're going to get, but it's usually from cars to Triple X and beyond.
Oh yeah.
So farts.
Thank you,
sex and automobiles. Yeah. What a thing to go.
You never know.
So, and I appreciate that, Teardrops. But I truly never ask people to sub up unless you truly just are going to come over, support, and like what I'm doing. I don't want people to sub up that feel they do it because everybody else is, and then they're not really interested in coming back around. So that's why I don't even promote myself. If people like it and they find me, then they find me and one of our shows, me, Maka, me, Holly, me and Brookie will be live tomorrow at 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern for women by women. That's tomorrow.
Dual? Are y'all going to do a dual? Or
yes. We will be dual streaming. She's got her internet back up and running and with no issues. So we'll be back to our dual streaming. And let's see. And then I will be off for the rest of the weekend till Sunday night because I have little man. And with the pool ready and the weather nice and warm, I know he's going to have us outside in the pool.
And then here's Brookie's.
They said it's already dropped. Or did you?
Says?
Oh, no, I guess not. There it is.
Oh, okay. I dropped hers too since you are going to do duals. So that way
they can do both. Yep. So you got Maka's and you got Brookie's right there. Dog Pound was dropped earlier by Maka a few minutes ago. So Dog Pound's up there and Menaces is there. And don't forget, guys, he's going to the Redneck Rave as the winner of the first rundown. Also, one announcement. If there's anybody in near the Norwalk, Ohio area. I have 2 free tickets to Jesse Howard and New Breed's Welcome Home concert for May 26th. They're free, and I will email them, or I can email them to you or IG you them. Tim will be there. So if there's problems at the ticket, Tim will meet you at the front gate and get you in, because the tickets have been donated by Ryan Orr, who got them, and he can't go. And he wants a true Outlaw Nation fan who will go and not waste the tickets. So, you know anybody that you know, or you know anybody, hit me up on IG, and it's May 25th, and I will get you those 2 tickets to see Outlaw Nation perform in Norwalk, Ohio. So just hit me up if you know somebody. Hey, Brian, didn't see you come in. You snuck in past us.
Hey,
All
Brian.
right, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Thank you, Macha, for another amazing, fun show again.
Thank you for having me.
It's not having you. You're a co-host. This is your show, too. We came up with this. I had a show called, I can't remember what it was. And then I was like, what am I going to do? And then you're like, I'll go live with you. I'm like, hey, let's do a show together.
Oh.
So, and now you got this. This is what you guys get. Me and Macha. She's a little quiet and more calculated. I'm more loud and in your face, and we just balance each other out.
Well.
All right, all. I got to go have some dinner. You guys have a blessed night, and we'll see you on these YouTube streets. I'm sure some in and out somewhere. Have a great rest of your week, and if I don't see some of you, have a blessed weekend. Last words, Macha, for you?
Oh, everybody stay safe and have fun.
You too, T-Dan. Much love and respect.